The Great Barrier Reef off the coast of Australia is the largest structure in the world created by living organisms. But yet if the temperature of the ocean rises by only 2 or 3 degrees, the entire reef bleaches and dies. Pollution from farm runoff also threatens the reef. The plight of the Great Barrier Reef is part of the problem we're trying to help solve. This is the first of a video series about common property rights and the environmental sustainability problem. While there are many ways to look at the problem, there's a growing consensus that because we're in a market system, the problem to solve is how to internalize what are presently the externalized costs of environmental impact. So let's use a grid to help us organize how the problem is being solved. Popular approaches to solving environmental problems can be analyzed by breaking the process down into 4 distinct steps. First, you identify the problem to solve. Then you find the underlying cause. Then you find a leverage point in the system that when pushed on will resolve the cause. Finally, solution elements are used to push on the leverage point. Let's see how conventional solutions work from this viewpoint. The problem to solve is present trends are simply not sustainable. The consensus is the cause is excessive externalized costs of environmental impact. If that's the cause, then the leverage point must be price. Popular solutions are price-based, so they push on the price leverage point with mechanisms like Pigovian taxes and cap and trade. But popular solutions are not working well. Many analysts are beginning to suspect they never will. Why? Because as the following analysis shows, externalized costs are merely an intermediate cause rather than a root cause. Price is therefore a low leverage point. Price-based solutions are just symptomatic solutions because externalized costs are themselves symptoms of a deeper cause. So what we have here, represented in this grid, is a symptom-oriented problem-solving process. But other approaches are possible. The following analysis begins by examining the 4 modes of human history over the last 200,000 plus years. In the large, human history has followed this graph of population growth. As you can see, population exploded around 1800 due to the Industrial Revolution. Future projections in the graph are out of date since this is a 1998 version, but it makes its point very well. Let's begin with the first mode. For a long time, the human system was stuck in the hunter-gatherer mode over here on the left. That mode ended around 10,000 BC with the agricultural revolution. Agriculture is widely considered mankind's greatest invention because it caused the first major mode change. This led to all the others. Next, the system entered the agrarian mode. Population went up a little, but it hit the same ceiling as in the previous mode, the Malthusian population trap. The agrarian mode came to an end around 1800 when the Industrial Revolution caused population to shoot up like a rocket. Now we're stuck in the industrial growth mode. We've got to get out of this mode because it's unsustainable. A global sustainability revolution hasn't happened yet. It needs to happen soon, right about here. After that, we'll be in the sustainable mode. The problem to solve, from a systems thinking point of view, is how to cause the sustainability revolution to happen as soon as possible. Common property rights are one possible solution element, which is the testable solution element we're putting forward. Its explanation is the purpose of this video series. To analyze these 3 revolutions, let's enlarge the grid. The process we think needs to be used has 4 steps. The first is identify the problem to solve. The second is find the root cause of the symptoms. This is the crux, because it makes or breaks your entire analysis, so it's worth spending considerable time in this step. Root causes to difficult problems can be very hard to find. How long, for example, did it take to find the root cause of infection, or evolution, or the motion of the planets? A long time. The third step is to find the high leverage point for resolving the root cause. The fourth step is to find a solution element that adequately pushes on the high leverage point. This is a systematic, highly structured, analytical process. By contrast, popular solutions skip steps 2 and 3. They don't know it yet, but by skipping finding the root cause and the high leverage point, popular solutions are trying to resolve an intermediate cause by pushing on a low leverage point. The analyses behind popular solutions like cap and trade haven't found the root cause, which is going to be right here, so they can't resolve it. It's easy to study the system and fill in the blanks for column A. There's widespread agreement this is approximately what caused the agricultural revolution. But what about column B, the Industrial Revolution? What caused the system to be stuck in the agrarian mode for so long? A crucial hypothesis of this analysis is that the root cause is high transaction costs for private property. Transaction costs are the costs of conducting transactions, like finding sellers and buyers, determining how reliable a product is before you buy it, how fair a price is, and so on. Transaction costs fall like a stone when a corporation appears to manage them, because now so many transactions are within the boundaries of the corporation. There's strong support in historical system behavior, the literature, and current research programs for this root cause hypothesis. The related high leverage point was a brand new type of social agent to manage private property. The exact solution element was private property rights, which caused the sudden appearance of the modern for-profit corporation. There's a strong pattern in column B, as shown in the bolded words. This pattern and further analysis can be used to fill in the blanks for column C. Currently, civilization is stuck in the industrial growth mode. Why is that? We hypothesize the root cause is high transaction costs for common property. Common property, like the air we breathe and the water we drink and grow our food with, is terribly hard to manage because transaction costs are so high. Every new problem is approached on a custom basis, with all sorts of haggling and bargaining over how to solve it. Once we've found the root cause, the rest is relatively easy. The high leverage point for resolving the root cause is a new type of social agent for managing common property. We need a common property specialist, just like we have specialists to manage private property, corporations. We also need to encourage those specialists to appear. This can be done with common property rights. Common property rights are a solution element that uses a new type of corporation, stewards, to efficiently manage common property. The goal of a stewardship corporation is to manage the wise stewardship of a common property, like the health of a river. We long ago accidentally discovered that the best way to manage private property appears to be corporations. But that solution has side effects, such as environmental unsustainability. So now we are proposing that intentional engineering may be the best way to manage common property with stewards. Compare columns C and D. That's the difference between common property rights and popular solutions. This analysis has unearthed a possible clue to the difficulties of popular solutions. Common property rights goes so deep into the system that it appears fully capable of being a mode changer solution. Meanwhile, popular solutions are struggling because they appear to never get anywhere near the true root causes, so they cannot click the mode change switch and cause the sustainability revolution. That's a quick overview of what common property rights are and what differentiates it from conventional wisdom. Research is now needed to test whether common property rights can truly click the mode change switch. To find out more about the analysis, its conclusions, hypotheses, and the many more details of common property rights, see the rest of the videos in this series.